On Sunday, May 1st, 2022, a barrel containing skeletal human remains surfaced in Hemingway Harbor near the bottom of Lake Mead. Likely shot at close range, the unidentified corpse wore size 11 sneakers and a digital Timex sold at Kmart during the late 1970s. The mob still ran the strip back then. At least 18 crime families skimmed from virtually every carpet joint in town. It was an era when Nevada led the nation in suicides and personal bankruptcy. Perhaps Hemingway Harbor's John Doe took out a loan he had no hope or intention of repaying. Perhaps he overdosed on a winning streak that came up short. Perhaps he fell behind on his Shylock payments. Perhaps he simply slept with the wrong mole at the wrong time. Whatever the reason for his end, the odds he'll reclaim his name remain slim. Even with DNA, the Clark County medical examiner put the possibility of positive ID years away, if ever. Hemingway Harbor John Doe was the latest body to resurface during an ongoing drought that is turning the Mojave into the Sahara. Doe's assassin never counted on climate change. With the Colorado River reduced to a dribble, Lake Mead is down to a quarter of its capacity, its lowest ebb since the opening of Hoover Dam 85 years ago. As waters recede, cops expect more bodies. But Stephen Allen Wynn's will not be among them, despite his many well-documented dalliances with the mob. On the opposite side of the country, along a stretch of beachfront real estate known as Billionaire's Row, Wynn, 82, and his second wife, Andrea Hissam, 54, winter with Palm Beach peers these days. They spend springtime in their Sun Valley chalet or aboard their yacht, Aquarius, but no longer reside anywhere near Las Vegas. Severing his final ties with the city that created his fortune, Steve Wynn sold his 15,000-square-foot Summerlin estate for $17.5 million, the same month that John Doe turned up in Lake Mead, just a few miles to the east. Mrs. Wynn hadn't graduated from high school when the victim in the barrel died, but her husband was already an up-and-comer along the Vegas Strip. Chances are Steve may have crossed the dead man's path, perhaps more than once. Population was a tenth of what it is in 2024. While Andrea was still in grammar school, Steve led a successful takeover of the Golden Nugget Casino in downtown's Glitter Gulch. She'd not yet married the first time, nor had she borne the first of Wynn's 2 stepsons before Steve broke ground on the Mirage. There was a different vibe then, a different Mrs. Wynn at Steve's side, a trophy wife before the term even existed. Steve and Elaine were married twice, once in haste following the 1963 passing of Steve's father, and the second time in 1991, 5 years after their 1986 divorce. Instead of adultery or irreconcilable differences, the Wynns split so that the government would not confiscate their burgeoning fortune in the event Steve was convicted of white-collar crime like his close friend, junk bond king Michael Milken. The Wynns lived together as husband and wife throughout their sham separation, bouncing back into wedded bliss once the legal threats passed.